Back up towards C.
They're checking this.
All the way in spawn. Yeah, they're ready.
Now eye is on W0t, and BuZz is able to bring him down. Already easy. Quite far forward on the A side of the map, and there is some upper control for Benji. And maybe a grab net off a good timing, but T1 are moving in numbers now.
Heretics are getting to heaven right now, and that's some lovely delay from the grab net. That should allow the full rotate, and it honestly might call for a cancel from T1.
Benji dropped to the side.
I like this decision from T1, just pivot right into B.
And the smoke here is timely. Cuts Boo off as he might have had a chance to peer in from Link. Now, mild upper presence here from MiniBoo. Doesn't want to overcommit, and he's not sure about the stairs push, so has to keep an eye on that angle as well.
That fight towards Blue Room is going to be crucial with multiple players from Heretics ready to go in there, but the paranoia from DH could just absolutely ruin them.
Playoff contact here for Izu, most likely. He gets a paranoia himself. DH right into the face of RieNs. A right click sent him packing. Benji steps up. Quickly, though, is nullified. Boo eventually peers into this engagement from Link, but his teammates, well, they're gone. Now he has to unravel this himself. Izu low, but Meteor up close on the side. Turn there for BuZz as he spins and twirls his way onto Mound. Takes a bunch of damage and still wants to be the tip of the spear. Into the C side with the paranoia catching on to MiniBoo, and DH takes that upper box position.
A lot of danger for BuZz, but he'll temporarily slow that pace down. Two Marshals for Heretics. A Sheriff, Headhunter for W0t. They have perhaps enough tools to be able to get this done. Boo's still got a paranoia. If he gets a good connection with that, Heretics will be able to get into this site, try and close the distance.
Arcro's not cleared, actually still on the C side, and he gets the flash. Meteor hoping to play off of it, affected. Benji not so much, looks like he was able to turn it to some degree. Here's a paranoia that catches on the stacks at the back of the site. Grab that also thrown in, but Meteor is able to spray down. RieNs has already found two with the Sheriff, and now is threatening further. Punishment around the corner is Meteor. That's his third for the round. But Boo will be the last one standing.
Well from T1.
There'll be a flood of U2 now coming in. Grab net doesn't connect. BuZz gets ahead of it. It's going to be a showstopper for MiniBoo. He whips around and catches DH out. Izu's got his work cut out for him now. Clone around the corner as Boo retreats back into tree, with that line still being covered by Benji, tucked in the corner. And Izu knows this. Oh, Razorbind thrown in, but RieNs is too quick on the swing out, and he finds his third for the round. This guy, lap-grown brilliance on the Valorant battlefield. And now stax is going to be hemmed in. W0t already in that attack side spawn, and stax, realistically, there's nowhere to go.
This door to feign that they could be retreating, but it's going to be a re-hit. Heretics, however, no real reason to adjust off this site. Two players ready to anchor. That's Boo up front.
Yeah, mindful of that, he goes for the trade. Benji hit with paranoia and has to give a bit of that ground league Boo on his own, but another grab net here can buy time for MiniBoo to set up here from upper. He'll send a nade in now and a light down onto the site. Spot Izu instantly dispatches him, and MiniBoo is disgusting. Just add water, and you've got a juggernaut out there.
How is he in B? What is this timing?
He just crept up on this. No one watching it. RieNs clearly unaware. There could be a player so deep, but now W0t has to try and keep T1 at arm's length over on the C side of the map. And Izu is going to emerge, flattens W0t. That now breaks this side as well. Open. Meteor's still a problem at B, but that's another story, because right now BuZz is writing his own chapter. RieNs steamrolled as he solo tries to make his way out of Waterfall. And Meteor will catch the rotates. He'll snarl Boo up in place, make it costly to try and get out to that C side of the map. Eventually Boo digs him out.
Now, Boo and benjyfishy have more than enough cash to just try to send it here. Even the damage could have future significance, but Izu denies that.
Filthy off angle. Now it's on Boo. More of a passive player. Likes to
RieNs doesn't know it now, but when he watches the VOD, Brady at a Vandal, but all good. W0t again.
Overkill.
Just unnecessary. Unnecessary with the headshots. You didn't need to just decapitate that poor man.
That's a tour de force invested in for this round, when he already has a rifle to work with. Very serious about having that op presence.
Look at the setup on A right now. What is Meteor supposed to do? He's just surrounded by utility entirely, walled off. He's in an escape room.
It looks like Pico Park out there.
T1, they want to gather back up with him. On account of him having this space, they're just going to wait for the timing on this wall to drop, and then they can try to activate. Dark cover going to be placed on stairs, and the Prowler will alert Heretics to the fact that they're going to go for this execute.
I mean, you've got the exact answer here to this fast-playing duelist. Benji takes down BuZz, but trades out. Meteor right behind him, led by the Hornet. W0t finds the timing downstairs. It's effective. RieNs still fighting on the side here, and it's all on stax. Will eventually meet his maker too. Stunning round here.
Just try to aggress towards C, but as is the case against this comp, you're going to run into the chamber on that other side of the map. But the Prowler forces W0t away.
The threat of being pinched there from B-Main was too much. He was aware someone was probably tucked in that corner. Sees, catches out Wo0t. This is about to get pretty dangerous. TP up for DH, but he's got eyes for Izu first. Wo0t gets his one. Pretty compromising spot to play from, but he emerges with a kill at least. There's the annihilation. It catches onto a player by the looks of things. No, it's going to be a showstopper there. Not connecting either. GravNet. Will it catch DH out? BuZz going to move upstairs onto the side, but Benji hits him where it hurts. Now stax attempting a plant, but it's belated. T1 bleeding out a little now.
Just hoping they could even maybe draw a player out, but that's not going to be the case. Wise decision from Heretics now to just retreat back into halls, retain that space, wait for Boo to get over to the site. He has that paranoia, and we've seen on multiple C retakes that that has been the critical utility piece for Heretics' success getting back in. They've got the man advantage on top of that as well. How can T1 possibly win this out?
Gonna be a paranoia to set them up just as you put it. MiniBoo gonna drop down, and DH really could barely fight for himself. The util for Heretics in a three-player push. 21. Argro's shot out. Wo0t gonna have a crack through the smoke here. Of course, it's T1 on a bit of a lower buy. They've got to go aggressive, close that gap. It's BuZz for MiniBoo. Boo gonna be tucked around the corner here. Nightfall comes down. He's decayed low. Still, Wo0t's able to back him up.
How are they staying alive? They are both stuck in the corner. Finally, Boo gets away, and Wo0t's on the angle.
T1 can barely put a scratch on him. Why? This is nuts. Meteor has a steel guard, and he's considering it. Some discussion maybe with DH now as there's a break in the action. And that Guardian is going to be deployed. They're still going to play through this, and it looks like they get caught out. D1, get onto the site. DH TP's forward. RieNs clearing with a Prowler, wants to try and take this fight with the Sheriff. DH eventually claims him. Boo gives a bit of ground, needs to buy some time for Benji to link up.
And he does get that weapon back. This time, did have to use that paranoia to live. Benji has a GravNet. That's all they've got to work with right now.
Got to be a double player push out of Waterfall. It's dark cover, not long for this world. Benji with a GravNet to spend.
T1 with their most inexperienced player, the rookie in DH, and the two-time Pacific champion doubled up to try and win out this crucial round.
Up on the backside they go. Benji, that's the GravNet. Thrown out, catches both of those players, but T1 are ready for this! And DH!
Here this year.
But one of the most dominant players in challenges at the time. Meteor opens up on Boo. That's over at the B side. It's going to open things up for the Vice.
Rare that Boo is going to be our first player down, but Heretics respond within an instant.
I mean, T1 is still trying to play around that barrier at 8. They're still trying to peek for it.
Now Heretics want to pivot fast towards this C site, and I mean, they've made the right decision. It is the open area of the map, but they're going to be staring down the barrel of another Team Heretics full-on retake towards C. This has been their bread and butter. They are lacking Boo and that crucial Omen utility that they've had on Pride rounds, but look at MiniBoo, full kit, RieNs, Prowler, a C's, going to have that Haunt backup. Benji might have that GravNet backup. Matter of fact, it does just come up.
MiniBoo has paint shells as well, Wyatt. This can be quite punishing. First the C's, that's towards Hall side. BuZz with a relay bolt, ideally to push Heretics back, and they do respect it. Send a Prowler in, but DH is there to cut it to the quick. GravNet, TP away. Stax has got a good angle to catch the players up on the site. They're not ready for it. RieNs at least able to take the trade. DH has to respect this corner. Play off him with BuZz. The drop fire is too much to handle. And Benji with a bit of damage. Wall at the B side. They don't have the aura to tease that out for free. Meteor caught in a GravNet. Oh, this is ugly. Wo0t has already made deep inroads to the site. Meteor not ready for it, but is able to deal with Wo0t with a headshot. It's RieNs though on mound.
And that cracks open this C site. Fast pivot through door from Heretics. They can try to get in, but does Meteor want to anchor? Does he want to test them? Surely not. He's backing it away. Yeah, just relegated to playing back halls. Should be a straight up 4-on-4 retake. Paranoia for DH.
Who's going to take contact? Straight out of this smoke here, he hears these ghost shots, playing his life for the most part. It's BuZz sliding forward, opens up for DH to take the trade, but Benji finds him in response. Here comes stax. Boo though crucial, wrapping around the site. They're not ready for this at all. Stax in trouble, and Benji finishes him off. Can't abuse numbers on the B side if they get broken up by it.
And one way to do it is to have Wo0t go past and teleport back. Right, Izu gets one, and he does want to take more, but he will get out.
Wo0t just called a cancel there. He actually crashed out when there were players potentially threatening from B main. Izu, of course, gets away. That was Wo0t opting to rendezvous away. It's going to be Izu up on the side. Happy to hold it down. 3 for him and maybe more. Boo steps up, but that stinger at close range is deadly.
Yeah, mid-air as well, I guess. You can just jump around with it. RieNs knocked down a bit in terms of the HP. He does recover this Vandal, and dare I say, there's a chance on account of him going to be getting the Nightfall with a plant or a kill. I always believe in this man.
BuZz though.
A little bit heading into this game. Heretics studying that VOD. This time it's just going to be DH on the cross. He's going in, so is BuZz.
BuZz wants to fight this fast lane, throwing up DH up on top of Rubble. Finds his, but it's all falling apart on both sides of the Rubble fight. Team Heretics have shown themselves to be the dominant team.
That was a really cool refight strategy. Honestly, the fast lane up as the paranoia gets let loose from the Cubby, the teleport up top from DH to apply so much pressure. A very cool idea, an interesting set play, but Heretics just able to handle that situation, handle the chaos, find the kills.
In the marketplace of ideas has been found wanting, apparently. As Heretics have got 6 shooters. And sometimes we've seen games from them that have just depended on that balance of individual talent. They have it in spades, and they've used it now to D1, 3 feet under. Not entirely out of the round yet. It's just Izu and Meteor very much distributed across the map thinly.
They will be picking the right site to go to. It is the vacant B1. Meteor positioned over on A. Does Izu try to take a timing here?
Sonic sensor. It's going to be a pain for him. MiniBoo on that corner. Izu trying to isolate these fights now, aware of the sensor close by. Sees up top. Now that narrows things down for Heretics. They've got a good idea where Izu's coming from, but what about Meteor? He's going to join up from up and out. A little bit belated there. Clone goes in, does draw out the sensor. Izu tried to step up, but Heretics now have dragged this. Was hoping to see the Neon at some point, and he's about to. Here he comes around the corner, slide there for BuZz. Good connection. DH trying to surge forward alongside of him, and it's 2-2 for BuZz and DH. Finally some energy there from T1, and this time they win a scrappy Rubble fight.
Which might genuinely be the first time they've been able to do it. Blinded up as RieNs, you are joking!
He's a genius! What is that? Back around the corner, low at 70. RieNs knows he has to go for the rifle there. He's been the aggressor.
Prowler gets broken by the rifle, so does it expect this? No, Wo0t swings out off that jump peak. But it's not enough to throw off the steady aim of Izu.
Here's DH now, a late position taken up here in Rubble, but there's a couple of Heretics players that could be a problem. MiniBoo swung on by BuZz. The Benji trades into a favorable scenario now for Heretics. 3v3.
Coordination was off there for T1. BuZz in a moment, it felt like, wait, I need to go support. Tries to slide forward. DH is really overextended off that teleport. That's evened it up. And just as I say it, RieNs on the jump spot angle. Stax removed from the server. Heretics are on the precipice of just an absolute blowout dealt to T1 on their map pick.
There's time to play here. But Heretics surely very aware of the fact that Meteor's still on the map and all his util is still active, and there's a Steel Garden to use. TP for Boo, this is the check. Baby door, nothing spotted.
30 seconds left.
Calls a cancel on that now. We're down under 30. Heretics have to put their plan in motion.
Now when they execute onto Meteor, perhaps an opportunity for him backside to tuck, get that Steel Garden off, and then fight while the spike is trying to be planted. Time is dwindling, 15 seconds, but he just fights out!
He gets his one.
Now it's Izu alone with the drift, trying to get through.
How's he supposed to pop out of this gainfully? Flash now emerges from within the smoke, a 1v2 for Izu. The initial, the core of this project, what a swing! Benji torn to shreds. Now RieNs, 19 and 10, they will fall. Izu in place here. BuZz also has that overdrive active. Definitely room for defensive pops here.
Danger on the cross. Wo0t had the line with the op.
I've seen 2v5 clutch here from Heretics in this same situation. And it's an O-scope on Meteor. Whips that one right down on him, but Izu now is going to be able to gate crasher out of Mound after going down to 18.
Wants to repost on main, and Stax is trying to get their ASAP to assist. One kill from that fade would result in a nightfall on the defense.
I got a read on Izu's position. Looks like the C's was short, but RieNs' shot was on the mark. Now Team Heretics have been able to get across to the site. Stax will see them emerge with this nightfall. It's going to be annoying. Decayed down, of course. Rendered death. Has to Prowler in for some information.
BuZz trying to get in right now. DH on the flank. Everyone from Heretics just grouped up at Ben.
Wo0t is still toggling this door, being a bit of a nuisance, but goes for the swing and gets caught out by DH. Now BuZz wants to run over the top of Benji, and it's on Boo. Brought down by DH.
Heretics can make this attempt towards C, but they're all hit by the nightfall. 3 players.
Stax is ready for a butt. The showstopper comes out and cleans up the fade. Meteor with a Steel Garden thrown on the side, and Heretics got no choice but try and fight through this. Boo TP's back away. Tries to get his weapon online again.
But DH is in the perfect position for this rotate. Surely they don't expect the backstab. Surely he puts the nail in the coffin on this round.
The Seal Wall was going to block it for the time being, so it's going to be up to BuZz. Isu in the sights, and they have done enough.
Fight with that deadlock on A.
That was Steel Guard and Nightfall committed though by T1. It's still got the overdrive to go with him. MiniBoo catches out DH, but it all breaks down into a cacophony of action as Boo have a fight 2 with the Sheriff. BuZz still fighting here in Rebel, and Boo's the only one that stands in his way, but he's been chunked down to 9. This could go either way, but BuZz will exit with 4. Are on the wrong side of a comeback on Lotus.
T1 are pushing all the way out of C and B. They want to fight, but Isu goes down. W0t denies both.
And he's done it with a rifle of all things. DH trying to make a swing on them. BuZz wraps around. Overdrive at extreme range claims Benji.
The spike is loose in spawn. BuZz is fully committed. W0t doesn't want to take the fight just yet. Teleports away. Wants to wait for his teammates to be able to assist. Out of the timeout, T1 go for an absolutely mad round.
And Heretics is still clearing. They don't realize just how many players are back behind them.
Oh my god, they're ready to fight when Boo gets out of this teleport.
Picked up the spike, and here comes BuZz out from Rubble. That was Boo down, Spike down yet again. RieNs up on the corner, BuZz low, makes a swing for it and takes the Neon out of the game. stax there could be caught, he gets away, still decayed down, and it's all on RieNs for the game. Ping catches 2, he's got the spike to hand, and off to the side he goes.
Off to maybe C site if he wants. C, B, it doesn't matter. He's got access to the globe right now. He's getting out of there. stax and DH, both of them on full HP.
Where do you set up if you're RieNs here?
30 seconds left.
Possibly wanting to play for halls, maybe flip the site.
Yeah, it's too shallow to be a mound hold.
Now both fades should be able to get those haunts back online. DH has a couple smokes. Both players coming through door. RieNs in the off angle.
Lined up for this first clearing of mound. stax and DH going to check the side. Smokes here for DH now. Horn thrown out. RieNs gets contact. DH is low. Oh, are you kidding me?